Hey, 7th graders, Mr. Allard here with another one of your video directions. Just go over kind of what we're doing tomorrow. Should be very similar to what we did today. And then kind of go over a couple of things that I saw some confuzzlement on as I was grading things today. But let's take a look real quick. So where you should be today, right, in your north and south, is first start with your OTA. And again, this is going to look a little bit different. Let me jump in here as view the course as a student. So if I jump in my OTA, right? Looks like this student's got a bunch of their OTAs finished, which is good. But notice, maybe if I jump in as another student real quick, that might not have got, and that's fine if you want to get ahead like that and get your OTAs out of the way. By all means, go right ahead. Use that vocab packet to help you out. Get a little bit ahead. You use that class time to get ahead on get your notes and your writing blast done. That's 100% fine. So in order to get the next OTA, so you should be on OTA 89 tomorrow, and again if you want to do the rest of them, go for it. You got to submit the one in front of it. So notice how OTA 89 is ready to go, but OTA 90 is not. So as soon as you complete OTA 89 and make a submission, that'll pop up. Remember, as always, you get your second submission, and we'll average those two grades for you. There was a question on, I think, OTA 89 that some of you who've done it, that was incorrect. I went back and fixed that. If it doesn't show up on Schoology, it will show up as correct on your grade in School Tool. Once you've completed your OTA, then you're going to go drop down to your classwork. This time we're going to be working on the economy of the North and South. Again, you should have your note packet with you. If you don't, there's extras in the classroom. You can ask the sub for those. You can use the one-page reading, or you can use the video to take your notes. Remember to get your 4 to 5 facts that what makes the North economy the North economy, what makes the Southern economy the Southern economy. Then you're going to go to your classwork directions. We don't need to do that. Go back up here. And then you get to your word blast. And here's where we saw some folks kind of done, and some folks didn't get to this yesterday. So if you didn't get to this yesterday, I think the first thing you would probably want to do is get your writing blast done, and then go through the next one, because same thing is going to happen with your OTAs. As soon as you get your writing blast done for geography, that's going to open up your writing blast for economy. When you get that one done, you can do transportation, but you're not going to be able to do those all at once unless you wait until you're done with your notes, which again is fine. But if you're doing something like that, please make sure that you're getting them all done, because what I would typically see is a student who doesn't have any of those done. On the writing blast, I went through and graded all of them for all the classes, and I noticed a couple of things that were just not a lot of students got them factually wrong, but a lot of folks kind of got the confuzzled on the directions. So let's take a peek. See if y'all can see me still. Oops. Alright, there we go. Now I can see both screens. So this was your similarity or difference for geography. One of the first thing that I'm going to tell you to do, and I'm going to write these down as I do them, is you're going to pick one. So you're either going to pick a similarity. Now I can't shout right now because there's a sleeping baby in the room, but it's an or. Okay, there's a difference between or and an and. So when you do an or, you are doing one or the other. You are not doing both. A bunch of you did two sentences, one for similarity and one for difference. That's not what it says. Okay, it says or a difference. So make sure you're doing that. Now again, you have a second attempt, so you can go back and do any corrections on that. Next up, you're going to pick one again. So on your sheet, you should have probably 4 to 5 different, actually, check that, you should have 8 to 10 facts about the North and South. So what you should do is you should pick one, and that's the only one you talk about. You do not have to talk about 2 or 3 or 4. Pick one and pick one again. And then finally in this last one, be very specific, and remember, claims do not explain. So if I was going to take one of these, let's say I think for this one, the difference one is the biggest one. So I would take this, and this could be my example. Notice how I just copy pasted that? That's my sentence starter. One difference between the geography of the North and South is. What a lot of you did is you would say something along these lines. One difference between the geography of the North and South is the North has 4 distinct seasons and the South only has hot. No. That's explaining too much in your claim. What's the difference between these two things? They have different climates, they're impacted by different weather systems, they have different seasons, they have a different environment, something along those lines. Okay, one difference between the geography of the North and the South is you can, again, use those vocabulary words, right? You can say each region has a different climate. Or what a lot of you guys had, region has different seasons. Boom. Very specific. So why would I want to be very specific right here? Because what you guys are doing is you're taking away from what you can write in the rest of your paragraph. So if you explain everything in your claim, you're not going to have anything to explain in the rest of your paragraph. That's why we've been going through and looking at these paragraphs and saying, you guys have all the information, you just have to get it in that 4 or 5 sentence paragraph structure. Not just throw it all in the first sentence and call it a day. Okay, so again, when you go to do your econ one tomorrow, pick a similarity or difference. Pick one similarity or difference. It's going to be a bunch. Just pick one and be very, very specific about it. Don't go into too many details. 1, maybe 2 vocab words to help you be very, very succinct. Alright, but that's our plan of attack for tomorrow. So if you have any questions about anything, again, feel free to shoot me a message at Schoology. Till next time, 7th graders, remember, go Bills, stay awesome,